Hey, how's everybody doing? It's game night tonight. It's the New York Islanders taking on the Pittsburgh Penguins in our last game of this current homestand, this four-game homestand that we've had that we are 0-3 on currently. It's a big game tonight against the Penguins because currently the Penguins right now are in fifth place in the Metro. And let's be honest, if the Islanders get back into this thing, we're probably going to be battling with the Penguins for a playoff spot. So it's a real important game today. We can't go with the excuses that we're depleted. I guess we got a little bit of good news today with Josh Bailey hitting back to the ice, but bigger news than that is that we get Noah Dobson, who's actually going to be in the game tonight, and that should help us out a little bit. However, you know, bad luck can only go against you so long, even with even bad teams eventually get a good game in once in a while. And I'm not saying that the Islanders are a bad team, even with their AHL call-ups, but it's time to win a game. The excuses aside and everything, you just got to put them to the side. This is a big game for the Islanders tonight. We need to show up, and we need, I've said this before, we need Parise, Palmieri, those guys to score a goal. We need to be scoring by committee, which is how we do it. Overall, believe it or not, the teams are sort of close, but the Penguins are averaging over a full goal a game more than the Islanders and are giving up half goal less. So we've got a challenge for us tonight. Sid the kid's back, so it's not going to be easy. And the Penguins are a high tempo team, so we better be on our toes tonight and ready to go. So I'm expecting Sorokin to get the start tonight. At least I'm hoping so. Dobson in the lineup. Bailey won't be playing, and I'm okay with that. But it's a good sign to see the first first COVID guys starting to slowly return. So let's hope we got something better to talk about between the first and second period. Right now, things are low morale wise around not the team itself, but probably the fan base, and that I still think we're in this thing, and yeah. So, but we need to start picking it up now. We just can't give away all these points. We've got to take some of these points. So let's hope we do that tonight. I'm looking for a big turnaround by the Islanders tonight. I expect to see some pep in their step and get her going. So, all right, we shall see you in between the first and second period. After one period of play, the Pittsburgh Penguins and the New York Islanders are tied at 0. So I guess small victories, right? So a tie right now is almost like a victory. So hey, all hail Ilya once again. Obviously, we wouldn't be in a tie game right now if it wasn't for Ilya. He was absolutely outstanding in that first 5 minutes. And there was one point there where, and it was early in the game, we were being outshot 10-2, and it looked really bad. Like the giveaways were, I lost count. I was thinking, oh, who am I going to talk about in this period about giveaways and that? But wow, there was a lot of them out there. Hickey had a bushel full. Sometimes you just gotta laugh. I kept thinking during this period, I said, this is the exact type of period that the Islanders, when they're the team that's had the 10 shots to 2, that will end up leaving this period down 1-0. I kept waiting for the Islanders to score, and when Palmieri rang that off the post, I was like, oh man, that was the 1-0 goal right there. But to be honest, after about 7 minutes, like let's be perfectly clear here, Pittsburgh absolutely dominated the first 7 minutes. But after that 7 minutes, I would give I would actually say the Islanders, just by a small margin, probably played better than Pittsburgh for the last 13 minutes of that period. So it was a crazy fast game. We only had 2 whistles after at the 11-minute mark, and one of those whistles was at the 11-minute mark. So it was going back and forth like crazy out there. I really like what I saw. The line that really impressed me out there tonight was Koivu, Wallstrom, and Andreoff, I thought they looked great. Andreoff is surprising the hell out of me every time. I think like, well, there's no room at the end for a guy like this, but he's making things happen. And let's be honest, he's the second leading goal scorer at Belmont in the history of the arena. So, which leads me to the question after nothing, after one period of play, and Brock is out 2 to 4 weeks. And let's be honest, when the Islanders say 2 to 4 weeks, it's always 4 weeks, if not a little bit more. But will Brock still be the leading scorer at UBS by the time he returns from injury? Who knows? Who knows? So, once again, I saw a lot of nice little nifty moves out of Aho in that period. And I also liked seeing Dobson being a little more aggressive and everything. One thing I really didn't like that I saw was out of panic. And I saw 2 or 3 times where he came out to block a shot and just flew by the defenseman. And all 3 of those times, something happened that he could have prevented by hitting the defenseman. I not only do I think I picked up on it, but I know Butch picked up on it, but I think Barry picked up on it too, because shortly after that third flyby, Matt Martin came out and just leveled the guy on the blue line after he got rid of the puck. And that's how it's done, especially with today. Like, they're doing that give and go play all the time, these defensemen. So just because the defenseman gets rid of the puck doesn't mean you can relax and start going, oh, well, my job's done here, because they're set plays. So yeah, you got to be on these things. I was pretty impressed with Panic when he first came up, and he's looking a little slow to me right now, and he's not doing the right thing. So he may be spending most of the year down in Bridgeport, and I thought he might have deserved a position on the team, but I'm not so sure now. Barzell, I thought looked good out there. He was flying around. You can tell he wants to score badly. So yeah, other than that, picking up the play was good. We're in the game. It's we need this win badly. And to be honest, we can't even really afford to give Pittsburgh a point. So we need to win this game in regulation. And who knows? Maybe Ilya can do it. Maybe he can just place us on his back and take us to victory tonight. I certainly hope so. He was definitely our best Islander on the ice. But I thought there was a few good Islanders out there. I really like Wallstrom's effort in that period. I really could see him hustling out there. There was a little bit of more effort in the fourth line, not so much in the hitting, but at least they were forechecking in the opposition's end a little bit more than they had been in the last few games. So it was good to see them come out and do that. And it was nice to see this is the first of the 4 games that I can see that the crowd was getting behind the Islanders, like really getting behind them, trying to be that 7th man, especially during the 7-minute run where we had there, where Pittsburgh pretty much owned the period. The "Let's Go Islander" chants were relentless. They were cheering hard for every hit, and anything they could cheer for or chant for, they were. And I think that helped. I think we kind of settled in. Hopefully we've settled in, but let's not forget how last time nothing after a period, and we went out for the second, and Kreider drew a penalty, and they scored 30 seconds into the second period. We can't let that happen again. We need to get that first goal. Somebody's got to score it. Between Palmieri and Barzell hitting goalposts, they must be having a little competition or something. But I thought Palms had a good period as well as Pajot. I thought Bo was a little non-existent out there. But yeah, overall, I guess we'll take this period. Why not? It's we're not losing, right? So that's kind of a good sign. I'm sure. I'm hoping we righted the ship for the second period. So we'll see you in between the second and third. Let's go Islanders. After 2 periods of play, the Penguins lead the Islanders 1-0, and it seems like the same old song and dance again. Yeah, the Penguins took it to us that period. Butch and Brendan seemed to think that we were pretty close there throughout the period and that it was fairly even. I kind of thought that Pittsburgh was taking it to us, and just lack of, you know, we need our regulars back, even though they weren't scoring either. Eventually, we all knew they were going to break out. Or I keep saying that, but man, we're getting close to the quarter point of the season. So if people don't start scoring soon, I don't know what's going to happen. So another great period by Ilya Sorokin, I thought, keeping us in the game. Not a whole lot he could do on the shot that got by him. It was a beautiful shot by Kapanen. And Richard Panik is just, yeah, wow. I have noticed a lot of bad things about this guy in this game. Yeah, he's been absolutely horrible. I told you about the flybys earlier in the period and the lack of effort. There was a bunch of times like he just, yeah, I just saw a real lot of bad out of Richard Panik, and I can see why he's been floating around the last little while. So uh, good depth guy, I guess, down in the A for us if we need somebody in a pinch, as long as we have the rest of our team with us. He might fit in a little bit better. I still love the shoot first mentality from both Aho and Salo. However, I thought Salo's probably had his roughest game since he's been up here. He's getting taught a few things, making a few mistakes. And but as he does that, then I watch and I see other things that just shine brighter than his mistakes right now, because it's only his fourth game in the NHL. And I was just looking at the defensive coverage he had on Sidney Crosby. It was awesome to see him defending like that. And so yeah, some positives for sure. There's always positives in Salo, but definitely first time I saw it's his worst game of the four for sure. As we're playing right now. So I thought the fourth line, it was nice to see that they have some life in them with a little bit of the scrums going on after the puck, and that's good to see. At least it's showing that we got some life. We really need a big third period here. We need a break. We need a bounce. We need something to happen that's gonna turn this around. It's getting it as Yogi Berra used to say, it's getting late early. And so yeah, we need something good to go our way. Ilya needs to shut the door, obviously, as he's been playing great as it is anyway. A little worried about Wally going down there. It's about the last thing we need right now. I got a feeling he's going to be back for the third, though. I didn't really see anything unless something else happened after that hit. That kind of hit can jar you. It's one of those ones where you might get something that hurts for a little bit and then you just shake it off. And at least that's what I'm hoping is going to happen for him. So we really need to pick it up. We need to start shooting from anywhere. We need our defensemen pinching. I noticed Mayfield's been trying to do that. Dobson's been trying to get up in the rush and everything, but the power play, do I even really need to talk about it? I mean, the one positive from our power play is we didn't give up a shorthanded goal. Not that we didn't try, because there was still chances to get a shorthanded goal. So that that one sequence down by the net there had to be one of the worst sequences of hockey I've ever seen. Like, oh my God, that was just absolutely horrendous. And a video on how to show not to exit a zone, that's for sure. Yeah, so obviously you can tell my voice and my tone and my even in my how I'm holding myself. I'm disappointed. I'm frustrated. I'm tired of losing, and I want things to turn around. And we need like a 4-goal third period, like just explode in this period, and we just need something like that to happen. And if it doesn't happen, it's going to be some long. It's going to be a long season if we don't start winning a couple of games here pretty darn quick. Anyway, see you after the game. I'm hoping for the best, but Yeah, I'm hoping for the best. So we'll see you after the game. Take her easy. The Islanders dropped their eighth straight game in a row, losing tonight to the Penguins 1-0. Ilya did everything he could to try to get us a point. Ilya was outstanding tonight, kept us in the game. Watching him on those two breakaways in the third period was a thing of beauty. And I would love to know what he was saying to Crosby, because that was pretty funny. That was beautiful blocker save, made it look pretty easy. That was really nice to see. It was nice to see. You know what? For the first time in a long time, the Islanders pushed. We pushed in the third period, and they gave it everything they had to try to tie it up. Just didn't go our way. And, you know, on this 8-game losing streak, what else is to be expected? You know what I mean? And, but for once, at least in the last couple of games, I didn't think we could hang our head very high. But at least tonight, I think we can hang our head a little higher with the effort and how we played well defensively. I do want to say Ilya made a lot of 10-bell saves tonight, but making those saves left him vulnerable and almost every single time, because Kapanen scored coming down the wing. Every single time there was an Islander defenseman there to clear the puck out, and outstanding job by them. It's not really seen that much. It wasn't like they were, I mean, there was a couple of moments, but it wasn't like they were barraging Ilya with 2-3 shots at a time. The Islander defense did a great job of clearing any rebounds that Ilya left around. So really great job by our defense there. Yeah, we just can't get a break. And even the power play looked a little better. Yeah, we had some chances in that. And but you know what? What can go wrong will go wrong for us right now. But at least like I said, at least for me tonight, I saw some positives in tonight's game. You know, we got a chance to win some games if we play like that. We just got to start putting the puck in the net. It's just that plain and simple. All right, so let's talk about the players tonight. I thought Zach Parise, he had a good game. He was putting in a lot of effort. A lot of Islanders had a good game tonight, and some had some really bad ones too. So it was a mismatch of what was going on. But Zach looked good. You know, the effort was there. The chances were happening. If it wasn't for him, for his line mates. And I was really pleased once again with Zach. But come on, Zach, we need something. We need something, man. We need something, and we need it now. Barzell, I thought, was way better than he was last game. He was trying, and they had a plan to stop Matt tonight too. But Matt's effort he was breaking through to try and get some things done. I thought Matt had a good game. Andy Andreoff, I thought he had an excellent game. It wasn't high on him, was it last game or the game before that? But once again, he showed some spark and some jump out there. I was really pleased with Andreoff's game tonight. How about Clutterbuck? Clutterbuck was feisty out there tonight. It was nice to see. I thought the whole fourth line as a whole played much better game than they had been in the last little while. They were hitting. They were providing energy from the crowd. They were mucking it up. And I got to say, I absolutely loved the Islanders, the identity line, 3-on-5, taking them on. The defenseman wouldn't even come in from the blue line to even things up, because Cal had his well in hand, Matt had his well in hand, and Casey was doing pretty damn good with two guys. One of them being Crosby, and he was manhandling Gensel with his other hand while he was still going at Crosby. That was freaking awesome. I just laughed that the defense wouldn't come in. They go, these guys got it. They got it. They don't need us, and we don't want the face-off coming outside the blue line. So that was really awesome. So yeah, the fourth line did their job tonight. They did what they were supposed to do. I'm not even sure who was on the ice for the goal when it was scored against us. It was just a nice snipe coming down the right wing. It wouldn't matter who was out there. I don't think they really did anything wrong on the play. So one guy I was disappointed with, but then he perked it up a little bit in the third period, but doesn't make up for the first two periods, was Richard Panik. I wasn't impressed with his effort level tonight at all. And he was making some really stupid plays, Beauvillier, where are you? Where are you, man? Where are you? Like, we get it. We know you're hot and cold and that, but you're not the kid anymore. What have you got now? 5 seasons in, 6 seasons in the NHL now? You're one of our leaders, and he needs to start acting like it and start making things happen. You don't have the time to go cold, especially during this time right now. Bo, you need to be a leader and step it up. Palmieri, I thought Palmieri had a good game. Another darn goal post or crossbar, and good effort once again. It's good to see Wahlstrom come back into the game. I thought Wally's effort was great, but still some poor decisions, like on that, was it 6-on-5, trying to carry the puck in and losing it at the blue line. And that, if it wasn't for the effort of Parise and Dobson or Salo, I think it was, to keep it in, that could have been disastrous. Come on, Wally, you got to start making the little plays. And I don't know if anybody noticed or not, but every single time that we dump the puck in on the power play, we get possession of the puck. Just throwing that out there. I've been saying that forever because they've been stacking the line on us, and it only makes sense. We shouldn't be stacking our guys on the blue line either for that stupid carrying thing. We should be coming up as a team with the back person as a carrier and dumped in, and you're going to catch those guys so flat-footed, you're going to get the puck every time. And we had 3 dump ins, and we got possession each time. One of them got cleared because we got possession and lost possession in a real hurry. But the point of the matter is we got possession, and it's one way to get that puck into the end. And then when the teams start respecting that, then you can go back to carrying the puck into the zone. But they know what the Islanders is going to do, and it really took Pittsburgh a little bit off guard there, because we were getting in on the puck easily. Otto Koivulu, I thought Otto had his best game as an Islander. Yeah, I was really impressed with his game tonight. He played really well. Good job, Otto. I thought he was going to have his first NHL goal. That would have been so, with 3 minutes left there, that would have been so awesome to have Otto be the one to tie it up after all these years of going back and forth. In 2020, when I went to see the Islanders, me and Otto were checking in at the desk at the same time. Him and Aho. So I feel a little bit of a special bond. Come on, Otto. Eventually get that first goal. But I was so wishing he had got that one, and it was such a close call. But good game by Otto. And I thought a really good game by Pajot. Finally starting to see a little bit of the life of the old Pajot and starting to win the faceoffs again. I thought it was hilarious. There's this one unique move where you do this, you go to lift the other guy's stick, you stick your leg in between him, and you twist at the face-off circle, and then Pajot usually uses his skate to just kick it back. Well, he pulled this move, and Crosby was pulling the exact move on him. It was hilarious. The two of them just were pirouetting, and neither one of them got the puck. So that was but anyway, good night in the dot for Pager. Good to see the old Pager coming back. As I mentioned earlier in the podcast, I thought this was probably Salo's worst game of the 4 that he had. However, with saying that, there's still it's not like he has a bad game and it's just a bad game. It's a bad game, and there was still some real positives being shown out there by him. So it's not like just having a bad game and doing nothing but hurting the team. So he was still doing positive plays out there. And like I said, our defensive core only gave up 1 goal all night. So, and they were doing a great job of clearing the rebound. So it couldn't have been that bad for Salo. I mean, like I said, there's earlier in my podcast, I was saying only one thing happens after Salo touches the puck, and that is it leaves the zone. No, well, that wasn't happening tonight. So, but that's okay. We all have those games, and like I said, the way Salo and Aho shoot, I just don't ever want them to leave. It's going to be so bad going back to our six D-men that never shoot the puck. What a conundrum we are in, I'll tell you that. Noah Dobson, he looked pretty good for whatever his little injury was, but Noah's playing with a lot more confidence. He's taking shots now from the line and whatnot. He just seems more confident carrying the puck. It's almost like what happened with the COVID thing here is almost like a blessing for Dobson, because he feels like he's one of the vets. You know what I mean? So he's playing like one of the vets. Well, our vets aren't playing like our vets should be playing, but you know what I mean? He's playing like a leader out there, and he looks confident with the puck. So yeah. Scotty Mayfield, you can just tell he's being a leader on the ice. It's so apparent. He's just doing everything that Scotty Mayfield should be doing. And yeah, I love Scotty's game right now. It's been good for an awful long time. And Sebastian Aho as well had a really good game. Yeah, I love the way he shoots. Just love the way he shoots. And I saw some really nice defensive plays out of Mr. Aho tonight as well. Thomas Hickey got off to a rough start in this game. He just gave a ton of giveaways, but then I started keeping a closer eye on Hicks throughout the game. And, it's amazing how well, for his size, how he positions himself. He positions himself to an advantage that size doesn't matter. And he's gotten really good at it. And I was watching a lot of the plays he was making tonight. It was actually kind of fun to watch. It was pretty funny because these guys be 3-4 inches towering over him, and they couldn't get through him. And it was all because of his positioning. It's just a wise old veteran, right? So we definitely could use a better defenseman than Hickey in the lineup, though. So we're hurting as well as all these guys are doing. We still need something. We need our vets back. We need our leading scorer and Lee. He usually scores some goals. Yeah, we just need our vets back in that. Should I talk about Ilya Sorokin? What more can you say? He was freaking fantastic tonight. Awesome game by Ilya. I think I'm going to hear some positive things from Barry out of this press conference. But he's still going to come back and say, bottom line is we still need to win, and he'll be right. But I'm interested to see if Barry saw the same positives that I saw tonight. As a matter of fact, I always try to do a little comparison between me and Barry, and if I'm even close to Barry, then I figure I'm doing good. So anyway, that's all I got for tonight. Islanders dropping their 8th in a row. It's starting to be a tough grind to get through. And the worst part about it is I'm kind of believing like we're never going to score. You know what I mean? Like my excitement level while watching the game isn't really amped up because I just don't think we're going to score. And until I start to see it, yeah. So it was nice to see the effort and everything tonight, and the identity line getting the crowd going and stuff like that. I saw a lot of little positive things that were really good. So tough 1-0 loss to Pittsburgh tonight. Would have been nice if Ilya had got the shutout, but you can't be wishing for your goaltender to get a shutout to win you a game when he only gave up one, and it's still not enough. So tough loss for Ilya tonight. All right, that's all I got for you tonight. So you guys, y'all take care out there, and peace out.